Well, hello, Internet. Today I'm going to teach you some indirect hypnosis mind games, or more specifically, how to fool people into thinking you are controlling them through suggestibility tests. These are tricks that make the other person think you have power over them. If you master these techniques, you'll be able to hypnotize people without them knowing. And what's more important is once you trick someone into thinking you have power over them, they'll accept wilder and wilder commands. These are tricks I actually learned when I was really young. Of course, I didn't know that they were called suggestibility tests until much later. And they're also tests that stage hypnotists use on people to see if they are easy to hypnotize. These tricks can be used to amuse others or to improve your ability to hypnotize people. I'll teach you the tricks in the order of complexity. The first one is extremely simple, so just know that right out front. While performing these, always act in control. No matter how your subject acts, act as if the trick is working. If the subject acts as you want, make sure you compliment them. You want to constantly be giving them positive affirmations. Move the subject slowly through the test. These tests normally only fail if the subject gets confused and doesn't know exactly what you are asking them to do. First, we'll do the real simple one. They get much more complicated and a lot more interesting after this. This is called the hand relaxation trick. After you do this trick, your subject will be more likely to fall for the other tricks. Basically, all you need them to do is ask them to perform the following. Tell them to sit up and then stand up straight. Then give them a positive affirmation. Tell them to raise their hands in front of them. Tell them to point straight up with their right index finger and make sure again that the hands are still out in front of them. Give them another positive affirmation. Tell them to place their left hand palm onto their index finger. Another positive affirmation. And while you are doing this, demonstrate this and make sure the left hand is out in front. Say, concentrate on relaxing your left hand completely. So relaxed that the only thing holding it up is your right finger. Tell them when your hand is completely relaxed to the point you can't relax it anymore to nod to you. When they nod, say okay at the count of 3. Remove your right finger and then proceed with 1, 2, 3. Their hand should immediately drop to their side. Then what you want to do is to quickly give them a positive affirmation and move directly into the next trick. This is another trick that should never fail. To perform this trick, you will need a string with a ball, coin, or washer, etc. tied to the end. And then you want to say the following. Hold the pendulum in front of you between your thumb and index finger. Positive affirmation. Keep your hand still. Keep it very still. Say concentrate hard, concentrate and think about the pendulum swinging from side to side. You are following my directions very well. You want to give them again a positive affirmation. Think about swinging back and forth. You're now following directions very well. Think about it swinging in a circle now. Make sure as you are going through this exercise that you give them time for the pendulum to move, however. If you direct them to move in a certain direction but it goes in another, just quickly switch your suggestion around to make them feel as if they are indeed following your suggestions. This is my absolute favorite trick because it can't fail if they follow your directions. Also, this is the first trick in which your subject will believe you are truly controlling them. What you're actually doing is telling them to do something that is physically impossible, something that they can't do if they follow your directions. Tell them you are going to show them how their subconscious can make certain muscles stop working. Tell them to sit in a chair, up straight, hold your index finger, meaning you are going to hold your index finger up and ask them to focus on the tip. Then give a positive affirmation. Say, close your eyes, but look at my finger through your eyelids. Tell them you will help them find your finger. And then what you want to do is place your finger in the middle of their forehead, just right above their brow line, and tell them to look at it. When their eyes move, compliment them. Say, now feel your eyes becoming more relaxed. Feel them locked down as they are glued shut. Watch my finger as your eyelids become more stuck together. Now move your finger to the top of their scalp, right at their hairline, and ask them to continue watching your finger. After you see their eyes move, say, now as you watch my finger, try to open your eyes while continuing to focus on my finger. If they focus on your finger, they will find it hard to open their eyes. So state that it is hard to open them because they are sealed shut as you look at my finger. Then give them another positive affirmation. Say they will remain tightly closed as you watch my finger, but now relaxed. Tell them to stop trying, move your finger away, compliment them, and ask them to open their eyes, and they'll be able to. The reason why, again, they're unable to open their eyes is because the muscles in the eyes will not allow them to do it. So, but either way, they think that you totally are controlling them. So that's what our whole entire gain is here. Then you have the finger lock trick. This trick also takes advantage of involuntary muscle movements. Here I teach you how to trick someone into thinking you can control the movements of their hands. Tell them to stand with their feet shoulder length apart, positive affirmation. Ask them to hold their hands outstretched in front of them, and you want to demonstrate what you want them to do here. Now say, clasp your hands together as if you are praying. Tell them now, twist your hands only so your knuckles are pointed towards the ceiling, and again, you want to demonstrate this. Say, extend your 2 pointer fingers up and hold them an inch apart from each other. Tell them to concentrate on their fingers, and in a moment I'm going to crank those fingers together. They will touch as I crank, and you can make a cranking noise or crank with your hand or do whatever you want, because you will feel as if I have wrapped a rubber band around them, you want to say. Say you feel them being pulled closer and closer together now, tighter and tighter, and again make cranking noises or do whatever you want to help move them along. And then you want to just continue with the previous phrase until they touch. Don't worry, it will work because of involuntary muscle tension. They will find it very hard to resist your commands. So I hope you like this. This is just a couple little goofy tricks you can try. And like I said before, if you have people go through the suggestibility test, they are more than likely going to be easily hypnotized by you in the future. Till next time.